Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today. I'm Deanna Sparks, Technical Product Marketing Manager for Dynamics 365. Today, I'm going to educate you on some of the newest enhancements across our services landscape. When you think of Microsoft's customer care portfolio, what comes to mind? If you've been in the Dynamics space for some time, or even if you're new and educating yourself around the platform, you probably think of two different applications, customer service and field service. While that is partly correct, service leaders look at customer care differently. They're looking at their overall services portfolio and services teams to figure out how they can provide the best customer experience. And that's not a coincidence. Customer experience has become the #1 measure of strategic performance. Organizations across all industries compete to transform into customer care providers to drive improved customer experiences and deliver higher customer satisfaction. Buyers now have instant access to alternative products and services. Differentiated customer service has become a necessity for driving stronger brand loyalty. Customers expect always-on service for themselves and their devices. Everyone, including you and I, expect a resolution to our issue the first time we reach out. We expect self-service methods or to quickly be connected to experts who have the full context of our issue. The mission for Dynamics 365 customer care applications is to enable our customers to provide world-class customer care, helping them earn customers for life. From self-service to agent-assisted, proactive IoT, or on-site technician service, whichever direction your organization chooses, Dynamics can support various service experiences with insights and AI built in at every step. The entire customer journey is leading the way we are evolving the Dynamics 365 portfolio. Over the past couple of years, we have broadened our investment in the customer service and support space by evolving their traditional CRM solution, centralized around case and knowledge management, into the world of chat and digital channels while infusing AI into our portfolio. We have to expand beyond having the best applications and features. We need to align with customers' and developers' visions across a rapidly changing solution space, enabling proactive customer support interactions across various channels. This includes phone calls, email, web chat, web collaboration, and all the social media experiences. As a former implementation consultant, when I survey today's landscape across customer channel choices, even listing all the social channels needed gives me a little anxiety. Fortunately, Dynamics enables organizations to quickly scale across all these channels. Microsoft's foundation is enabling scaled enterprise solutions, with technical proficiencies backing all that we do, striving for seamless setup throughout our product innovation, upgrade, and release lifecycles. Imagine the simplicity in administration and deployment when your service organization is powered end-to-end on a single platform. We provide the best experience for our customers and implementers alike and welcome you to join us on this journey. As you may have heard in Alyssa Taylor's key segment, we are pleased to announce Microsoft's new first-party voice channel powered by Dynamics 365 Customer Service and Azure Communication Services. With our native voice channel, alongside our core CRM application and other digital channels, Dynamics 365 Customer Service is the only one-stop shop for an omni-channel customer service solution that spans voice, digital messaging, and case management. This provides admins with a highly consistent administration experience across the entire solution with no integrations required. Agents have access to the full customer journey across digital and voice channels available. Along with consistent workflows, intelligent routing, virtual agents, and leading-edge AI, agents can now offer personalized and AI-driven service to customers every time across all channels of engagement. By unifying the voice data with the case and digital channels, organizations can produce true omnichannel analytics, insights, and AI. Businesses can easily identify cross-channel emerging issues, evaluate operational and agent performance across all channels, and capture fully connected customer journeys. Now let me show you the power of the new voice channel. Meet May. She is a regular customer of Contoso Coffee. However, her last delivery of coffee beans was incorrect. She simply picks up her phone and calls the customer support helpline. May is greeted by a conversational power virtual agent. Let's hear.
Good morning, May. This is Phil, Contoso Coffee's virtual agent. Are you calling about your last coffee order?
I am. There seems to be a mix-up. I had ordered a Contoso light blend, but ended up receiving the dark roast. I really don't like the dark coffee and would like to exchange it.
Thanks, May. I'll connect you with an agent who will complete your exchange right away.
Phil is a conversational virtual agent who can seamlessly scale across chat, social, and now the voice channel. This enables Contoso Coffee the ability to offer consistent self-service to customers across channels. Phil uses skills-based routing to connect May to Matthias. Matthias is identified as the best-suited agent to address her concerns. Matthias is skilled at exchanges for high-value customers. At the Contoso Coffee Support Center, Matthias is helping another customer over Facebook Messenger, one of the many digital channels in Dynamics 365. He sees the incoming call from May and joins the call directly from the browser, opening a new working session for May. Phil has summarized the conversation for Matthias, helping enable him get up to speed quickly.
Morning, May. My name is Matthias. Let me first apologize for the mix-up in your coffee delivery. I'm not a fan of dark roast coffee either. Let me see what I can do.
As May and Matthias talk, the built-in AI transcribes the conversation in real time. Instead of multitasking with note-taking and data entry, he can focus entirely on providing compassionate service. The new voice channel plugs into the same AI-rich capabilities that are available for other channels out of the box. Real-time sentiment and AI suggestions provide agents with the same help regardless of the support channel they are using. As Matthias continues working, he sees proactive suggestions light up, providing relevant knowledge articles and similar cases resolved in the past for the same issue that May is talking about. Just like in other channels, Smartassist analyzes the context of the conversation to give Matthias real-time suggestions that are relevant and actionable. With AI-enabled productivity tools, Matthias is able to resolve May's issue quickly by initiating a refund and starting a new shipment of coffee beans. Let's switch to a different persona. Tanvi is Matthias' supervisor. Her job is to ensure agents are continually improving the service they deliver and to keep customer satisfaction high. The next morning, she goes to her analytics dashboards to see if there's anything she needs to know for her day. She sees that the coffee order mismatch that May had called about earlier is an emerging topic across many channels. Dynamics 365 has processed the conversation data from all channels, including voice, and applied AI-driven topic clustering to generate true omnichannel insights. Tommy can share this insights with the shipping team so they can determine the cause of the issue. While the shipping team begins correcting the issue, she wants to take an immediate action to reduce customer pain by allowing them to request exchanges through Phil, the company's virtual agent. Tommy navigates to Power Virtual Agent and adds a topic handle for exchanges. On publishing the change, Phil is immediately updated across all channels, including voice. So the next time customers call in for exchanging help on their order, Phil can help them without transferring to an agent. After easily creating a virtual agent, Tanvi wants to see how else she can improve the service experiences. She navigates to dashboards to check in on her agent team. The key insights inform Tanvi of cross-channel trends. Here, Tanvi sees that Matthias' lowest conversation sentiment across channels in her team. Tanvi wants to ensure she's providing her team with the best coaching. She goes to Matthias' agent profile, where she can see his performance across channels. Tanvi knows that coaching is more effective with concrete examples. She gets a more detailed look into Matthias' conversation style. She notices that his talk-to-listen ratio is higher than the team's average. She drills down into Matthias' most recent voice conversation with May. From the sentiment markers on the call recording, she can see that Matthias spoke significantly more than the customers. She can jump to the specific place in the transcript to help identify the key opportunities for improvement. You've seen how we can bring voice into our Dynamics family into one solution on a single platform. And if you're expecting the typical integration project of bringing a voice solution within your customer service agent experience, think again. With the brand new administration experience, you can make your first phone call in just a few minutes with a quick start phone number, routing rules, and queues that are automatically set up for you. With the native voice channel, Dynamics 365 Customer Service becomes your all-in-one customer service solution, spanning voice, digital messaging, and case management. Easily set up, administer, and support voice channels without any custom coding or complex integrations, providing unmatched security and compliance, powered by the Microsoft Cloud you trust. Create seamless customer journeys by enabling your agents with AI-driven productivity tools to deliver personalized service. Leverage the AI and rich analytics enabled for digital channels, now automatically applied to the voice channel to give you true omni-channel insights. Dynamics 365 empowers you to provide a seamless end-to-end customer experience and to deliver consistent, connected support across all channels. Now that you've seen a bit of what we have to offer first party, we also want to underline the value and importance we place on strategic partnerships. Microsoft is and always will be customer and partner obsessed. Thus, while we are proud to provide a unified one-stop shop solution for full service, customer-centric support, we know many customers have existing telephony providers they prefer to integrate with Dynamics 365. Our partners provide options for you to create the best solution that fits your specific needs. Microsoft's telephony partners, including Five9, Genesys, NICE inContact, Solgari, and Vonage, are enhancing their connectors to make it easy to leverage the real-time AI and analytics within our customer service application. For businesses using providers that either don't offer pre-built connectors or for businesses that have a hybrid voice deployment through various voice providers, we've partnered with Tenfold to help build new connectors and bridge multiple voice providers seamlessly through our integration framework that plug directly into customer service. Between the services Microsoft is able to provide and our network of partners, businesses can rest assured that their objectives will be met. Let's explore further innovations we're making into the customer care portfolio. Mixed reality is quickly emerging as one of the key needs for customer service agents and field technicians alike to provide the exceptional service customers expect. One of Microsoft's mixed reality applications, Smartassist, empowers collaboration, helping solve problems in real time, leveraging data from people, places, and things to enable technician and customer success. With Dynamics 365 Smartassist, or RA, users can now capture assets without engaging in a call. In addition, rich call dashboards are now available, and we've expanded access to Smartassist with OneTime Calls. For any company, maintaining consistent output and minimizing downtime due to faulty equipment is critical. To enable that, organizations need to track their various assets, such as production facilities, equipment, and devices throughout their lifetime and across multiple inspections and repair operations. Technicians don't always need to engage with a remote collaborator to perform asset quality reviews. Now, using Smartassist, technicians can capture the current state of a specific asset with spatial markup and automatically save it to CDS. Then, remote collaborators can review and verify the asset data that was captured. They can also discover issues with assets without having to be present physically on site or via a live call. After new asset information is captured, organizations might want to take additional actions based on that information, such as integrating asset data with other enterprise systems, reviewing new assets, generating reports, or kicking off inspections. With Power Automate integration in Smartassist, organizations can automate these workflows to reduce manual effort, collect consistent data, standardize operations, and send reports with a faster turnaround time. Furthermore, Smartassist now also provides call data to help organizations further improve operations. Smartassist users will now be able to see and analyze call information in a single dashboard. This helps understanding things such as how hard it is for technicians to troubleshoot a specific item. Where do technicians spend their time? How many calls are being placed by a particular facility or area? Learning from the Smartassist call data insights will allow organizations to make smarter decisions. We're also expanding who organizations can support via a Smartassist call. RA users will be able to invite their customers to a mixed reality call without the need of a Smartassist license. This will unlock customer service scenarios where a remote technician can troubleshoot a problem with a customer, leveraging mixed reality capabilities. Let's take a look at the OneTime Call feature in action. Customer support agent receives an incoming live chat message from a customer. The customer explains that her espresso machine has been making strange noises, but she's afraid to disassemble it and fix it on her own. The agent suggests that they join a mixed reality video call so she can see and hear what her customer is seeing and hearing, and provide mixed reality instructions in real time. The customer is relieved that the agent can guide her through the repair step by step. The agent navigates to the Smartassist web app to generate a call link. Then, she sends the link through Omnichannel and joins the call. The customer clicks the first link to download Smartassist. Then, she clicks the second link to join the call. The agent uses mixed reality annotations to teach the customer how to disassemble the machine. The agent immediately identifies the issue and adds more annotations to teach the customer how to make the repair next time. With Smartassist, they resolve the issue in 2 minutes. The customer is pleased with this innovative and effective support, and the agent has time to support many more customers. As we continue across the customer service landscape, there are times when only skilled technicians will be able to provide the right level of service for your customers. Dynamics 365 Field Service helps organizations transform the way on-site service is delivered. We're enabling organizations to move from reactive, fee-based servicing to outcome-based models powered by IoT. We're improving the paper-based legacy technology of the past and empowering technicians with mobile applications and cutting-edge technologies such as mixed reality, AI, and connected IoT. We are directing our enhancements on our key focus areas: proactive service delivery, scheduling, and technician success. In line with our mission, we're including built-in intelligence at every step of the field service experience. For proactive service delivery, we're enhancing assets, the things being serviced, to represent a richer hierarchy and functional location to better model reality. This enables understanding of the actual location and properties of an asset. For example, you can model a physical space with a hierarchy that includes campus, building, floors, rooms, and common areas, as well as link assets to the related functional location. When creating work orders, you can select a functional location so your technicians can quickly check the asset's location. Asset definition has been updated to include functional location and customer-defined properties for a comprehensive understanding of the asset. On resource scheduling, schedule optimization ensures the best use of technicians and frees up dispatchers to focus on high-value activities. Optimization functionality is now seamlessly available in the schedule board experience. This enables dispatchers to manage schedules from a requirements or resources point of view, with the organization's business goals automatically applied by the optimizer. For technician success, a rich mobile experience is key to ensuring technician success. We're continually enhancing our next-generation mobile app built on Power Apps. Improvements such as push notifications, offline enhancements, the ability to document services with photos, videos, and files, and inspections are just a few of the new developments. In addition, we're releasing new capabilities with Smartassist to further increase technician efficiencies. Let's take a detailed look at some of these investment areas.
As a field service technician using the new Field Service mobile application, you would start your day by clicking on a booking. The new mobile experience is organized by how technicians actually move throughout the day in the life cycle of their service visit. We start on the General tab, where you can find basic information about the booking, such as the scheduled start time. Next, we move to the Customer tab, where you begin to discover more information about the booking before you begin traveling, such as the customer you're going to see and the location of where you're going.
Once on site, technicians will primarily leverage the Service tab to complete their work. The Service tab provides all the necessary information a technician needs to complete the job, such as the service tasks required. The first service task is to ensure the technician has all the parts required to complete the job. Once confirmed, the technician moves to the second service task, which is to perform a diagnostics test on the coffee machine.
This service task has an inspection.
Field service inspections are digital forms that technicians use to quickly and easily answer a list of questions as part of a work order. The list of questions can include safety protocols, pass and fail tests for common assets, an interview with customer, or other audits and assessments performed before, during, or after a work order. The new mobile experience makes it easy for technicians to fill out their inspections from any device. Inspections serve as an enhancement to service tasks, with the ability to create templates and leverage an easy-to-use editor to ensure consistency and complete data is captured when technicians are on site. Easily capture a photo to provide proof of the completion of a task and easily associate this image with the asset and field service, providing additional insights. The new Field Service mobile app is purpose-built with the technician in mind. It provides robust offline support while at the same time leveraging the deep integrations across the Power Platform and Dynamics 365, ensuring technician success. As I've mentioned, we've made impressive improvements around the field service scheduling capabilities. One of my favorite new experiences is the next generation schedule board. The new schedule board has an improved UI and has resource scheduling optimization intelligence built in. Improving the scheduling experience on the daily view has been one of the most popular asks from the customer and partner communities. The new daily view of the board has many usability and performance improvements. Booking information, such as name and start time of the booking, can be easily read, even if the booking duration is as small as 1 minute. We've reduced the number of clicks when you try to make a change to the booking, such as extending or changing the status of the booking without the dispatcher switching back to the hourly view. Now, dragging and dropping requirements shows the shadow of the booking to make the scheduling experience simple. In addition, resource capacity is now aggregated and can be shown in hours or percentages. These are just a few of the scheduling enhancements we're continuing to invest in to improve technician success. Today we learned about the investment and direction of Microsoft's customer care application portfolio. I showed you how our native voice channel enables an all-in-one customer service solution, all from Microsoft, all in Microsoft's cloud. I covered exciting new advancements in Remote Assist and how we're expanding mixed reality experiences to customers. And we explored key enhancements across field service with proactive service, scheduling, and technician success. Dynamics 365 provides built-in AI at every step along the customer journey, providing analytics that help you gain a true understanding of your customers. Everything I showed you today supports the mission for Dynamics 365 customer care applications to enable our customers to provide world-class service, helping you gain customers for life. We welcome you to join us on this journey so you can enable your organization to provide the personalized and intelligent customer service experiences of the future. Thank you so much for your time today. And if you enjoyed the session, please remember to fill out your post-session survey.